First and foremost, I did not build this to be the affordable chicken coop, with the cheapest of materials and all of that stuff. I'm going to tell you now, if you want to make a chicken coop that serves the bare minimum, this is not the video. It took me a little longer to get these guys level and square than I thought it would, but I really wanted to take my time with this because I did not want to be building the rest of this structure on uneven ground. The one problem I'm gonna have is I went out to the lumber yard. I could not find pressure treated 4x4 by 12. The problem now is I have to get 4x4 by 8s. I'm gonna splice those together. I'm gonna finger joint them or half lap them over, and we'll put some screws in it, and then we're gonna use that as our 11-foot lengths. All right, so I got them down here. So this is what it's looking like. So all of this is perfectly level. I haven't attached the 4x4s together yet because this wouldn't be a DIY project if I didn't have to go to the hardware store at least 32 times. And this is really only like my second or third time. So I've got a lot of trips to the hardware store still planned. It's important to remember that you're working with rough cut lumber here. Well, it is smoothed on all four sides, but the length of them tends to be roughly cut. What that means is sometimes you can get at least an 8-foot board, but sometimes it's 8 1/4, sometimes 8 1/2. So you never want to assume that you have exactly 96 inches. Well, there she is, the first wall going up. Going to be a whole lot more pocket holes, building frames, that kind of stuff. As long as you have all your measurements and your cut lists, that's really what this is. It's just a lot of rinse and repeat. The only thing left to do now is to figure out how to attach this piece onto the other two. And I'm thinking the best way to do that is more pocket holes. there she is so far. I've got the 2 more panels I need to drill some pocket holes in, and then we are ready to finish assembling all of the frames. Okay, you know what? It's starting to rain, and I don't think I'll be able to record this for you guys, so I think we're just gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to use it. Still got it. I need a third hand. Look at this. I got the umbrella, I'm holding a camera, I got some compost in my hand. I'm actually coming out not just to take the compost, but I also want to check up on the chicken coop, because obviously you can tell it's raining. We had some pretty heavy rains last night, and I'm in the middle of a construction zone out there, so let me just go see what's going on. All right, everything's looking pretty good. Obviously, I haven't been able to record a lot because of the rain. The weather's been pretty bad, all that kind of stuff. I did put some mulch all the way around the base. I had to buy some backfill. As you can see, the inside of the coop is nice and level. Another thing I did while you guys were gone was, you can tell I started building some of the roof trusses. So I went ahead and built them. To try to save on cost, I hope I don't regret this, but I'm actually putting those trusses 4 foot on center, which is very wide, but it's a tiny roof. Keep in mind, we only have a 4 foot span, and each one of those, I guess you could call them a rafter on those trusses. They're only about 31, 32 inches long in size, and so you're talking about less than a 3 foot length of roofing material that's going to be secured all along the top and all along the bottom. So would I walk on it? No. But it's going to be perfectly stable, I think, for just providing shade for the chickens. As I'm working on this project, I like to use it in situations like this, where I had a couple of scrap offcuts, and now I can use them as blocking for where the door is going to exist for the chicken coop, so they can come out into the run. Okay, let's go see what this looks like. I got pretty far. I think it's amazing how fast the plywood goes up. So we got the top here. This is open, obviously, for ventilation. I'm going to put a window there. Down here, that's where the egg hutch is going to go. Whatever. It's just my personal preference. I'm trying to build a deluxe chicken coop here. Come on. Speaking of the coop, here's the other side. Lastly, all of this down here on the bottom, this is all part of the deep litter system that's going to be available in there, which is why the door is so high. I got to start thinking about putting a roof on this really quick, because I have a floor in there now. If it rains, I really don't want to deal with having to sweep all of that out, let it dry out, and then be able to continue working. So I want to start drying this in as quickly as possible, which also means I need to start thinking about a door, which also means I need to start thinking about the window. Man, I have so much to do. Don't do what I do, all right? Do as I say, not as I do. This coop is way too expensive if you're just looking for some eggs in your backyard. But I'm having fun. We're having fun here, aren't we? Okay, so I stained this and all of this stuff. It's all ready to go back up. The door panels will go there. The chicken door will go there. I switched the style of the ramp. I really didn't like the original ramp that I built. It just looked like the ramp that everybody else tends to build.
The chicks are going into their new home. We'll have to get a peek in there when you're all done. Oh, there they are. Oh, I think they like it.
I came out here because I wanted to make sure the chicks were staying dry. You can see that moat building up around the chicken coop, and that's exactly what I was talking about when I dug that trench and I talked about drainage. All of that is to help keep the rain out of the coop. The rain that runs off comes down, runs into this trench, this swale, and then it goes around the building, around the run, and off into the ravine.